guys, it's John here at Practice Garage. Today, we're going to take my 93 240SX. We're going to get in here, get it jacked up, and we're going to change the rear end in it. It currently has the standard, I think it's an R200 open diff. I have a welded diff that we welded up with a stick water and some farmer rods. We're going to take it to the drag strip here in March to see what it'll do. I have a J30 rear end that I was going to put in, which has a VLSD in it. The reason we didn't do that is because it's leaking really bad in these new front seals. So hopefully in the next month or so I will be doing a video on how to rip the rear end apart to replace the seals in the VLSD and also to shim it out so that it is always locked in place. So hopefully you learned something today. We get the car done in a timely fashion and nobody gets hurt. Everyone that has ever owned a lowered car knows these issues and these woes. So basically you got to drive up on the little one first so your front bumper is high enough to clear that one. And then once it's up far enough, then you got to slide that one under the front bumper and then drive up on it. I tell you what, it sucks having a lower car. Now it's time to jack up the back end, which we will do by sticking the jack through here. The handle will stick out through here and it'll be just enough to jack the car out from the rear end, and then we'll get the rear end on jack stands and then be ready to roll. Alright, so crawling the car. This is the standard rear end. Get it situated here so you can see what I'm talking about. Alright, so 1-piece drive shaft. There are 4 bolts that hold this on. They are a 14mm wrench, and I got myself a ratchet wrench. These will come in handy. So you take these 4 bolts off, and then where the axles meet the rear end, there are 6 12mm bolts. There's a nut and a bolt. And the way I've always done it was I put one in one way and then one bolt in the other. So this is the head, that's the nut, vice versa on the back side. I've always done that just in case something doesn't go right. Once you get these all off on both sides, then you'll have to remove these 2 big bolts, which I think they're 17 or 19. They're 17mm. There's one here, one on the other side. That'll allow this to sit on top of your sway link bar. Now, once you get that off, there are 4 bolts right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once they come out, this rear end will fall out of the car. So make sure you don't have your hands underneath it, which would suck. These, you'll have to take a screwdriver and separate them, pull them apart. I actually have replacement axles from Rock Auto. You can see where they go out. They're okay. I mean, you can't beat OEM unless you're like full race car. But all right, let me get cracking. I'll get these out. And I'll video it once I get all the bolts out, and then I'll show you how it comes out of the car. So to get this out of here, we're gonna pick up on the front of this, slide it forward up over this, which will in turn allow these to clear, and then this whole rear end will fall out.
Oh yeah, it's
Alright guys, we just got the 240 pulled out. We just switched from an open diff to a welded diff, and of course the way welded diffs work is every time you go around a turn, both wheels hop. So just give it gas, put it in boost, and spin it around and turn. That's all you got to do. So now we're playing with a Honda, which I'm not a Honda fan, but it is what it is. So we got a, is this 96?
a 93.
93 Civic Coupe. Trying to figure out the hubs. The previous owner in their infinite wisdom decided to put a standard rotor on this side drilled and slotted on the other side. And then, of course, they somehow switched the calipers. Yeah, so we got to figure all that out. Of course, it's boosted, so we got to switch the blow-off valve around because they decided to do the wonderful Subaru fanboy stuff and try to blow it up through the hood. And that's what it does to the hood. Got to replace this. Switch this all around, so this is actually going down and out of the car. We have to move this pipe so the blow-off valve's down around now the distributor, and just clean up this mess that is currently in here and make it look like a running, driving, decent car again. Guys, so this is the driver's side of that Honda. From what we can tell, the rotor is actually on backwards. Evidently, the way that I'm understanding it is these lines need to go the other way. So this rotor is supposed to be for the passenger side. It's not. And then I'm come to find out that I don't think that axle is supposed to do that. And then they decided to put coilovers in, which is fine. But they never decided to actually do anything with the brake lines. Oh. And then on the passenger side, we have a regular rotor. Look at that. Wonderful. They did the exact same thing. It's not even zip tied. And this axle is actually back up in there. It's flying apart. So, we have a lot of work to do and got to get things situated and get this vehicle back up to par.
Not today.